And greetings from Greenbrier, Tennessee. I just wanted to kind of send out a thank you video to everybody who helped me with going to Haiti, whether that was financially or through prayer, or even just encouraging me to do something kind of outside my little box. And I just want to say how amazing the trip was, and I wanted to share a few examples and a few stories about how this trip has impacted my life and how I saw it impact others. First of all, we did a food distribution at Canez, which was like a little kind of mud hut village, and it was amazing to see how just, with the little bit of food that we brought, how thankful they were, and just how happy they were to see that, people from outside of, their village cared for them. And we also went to a special needs orphanage, which was really kind of different. I've never been to any kind of special needs orphanage before, and we got to help with some physical therapy, and that was really awesome because I've never, had to help someone who can't even walk or try to straighten out their legs because they just can't do it on their own. And so it was really just kind of a beautiful thing being able to help these children and showing them that someone loved them just by doing some physical therapy with them. And we also had an orphanage that was right next to where we were staying. It was called the Crutch, and it was really just like 10 feet away. And so when we'd get back, we'd get to go and play with these kids, and they were just the sweetest kids, and they couldn't understand anything they were saying, but it was still crazy fun, and just being able to hold some of those babies and love on them. We also went to another orphanage called Tagami, and that was more of just them kind of ministering to us, really. They sang some songs for us, and we got to sit into some of their classes and listen to the way that, they learned and how they taught kind of out of a coloring book. She would just like flip through the pages of the coloring book and point out, oh, this is a car, and blah 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 about the car, and this is a horse, and it was just really cool to see that they didn't have to have anything like fancy to learn off of like we feel like we have to. They just had a coloring book, and they were still very intelligent and very sweet. We also went to church while we were there, and that was amazing because it's easy to not necessarily feel the kind of spiritual connection that goes on in church, because it's easy to speak to people when everybody knows English or everybody speaks the same language, and it was just awesome to kind of go in there and not be able to be like, oh, how are you, I haven't seen you, in a while, blah blah blah, talking in English, but just listening to what they were doing and realizing that when they pray and when they worship, how God understands it, and he thinks it's just as beautiful as if they were singing in English. And just being able to feel the spiritual connection without the cultural connection, it just really kind of touched me, and I thought it was amazing, and it was beautiful. On Monday we went and we helped paint some rooms for this camp, this church camp that was going to be starting up, and we did a little bit of cleanup, some construction. We raked some rocks. I've never really raked rocks before, but it was interesting, and I did it, and it helped. So that was a lot of fun too. It was just, the week was really great because I was able to show Christ's love just through actions rather than words, because I couldn't really give very many words. I didn't speak Creole, and so it was nice to just say, hey, translator, what do they need me to do? And then just go do it without, having to say anything. It was very much so me getting out of my comfort zone, which, I don't like to do, but God's definitely opened some doors where I've had to. And it was a wonderful experience, a character building experience for everybody in the group, I'm sure. And it was a lot of fun too, so that's good. But it was definitely amazing to see all of the joy in these people's faces. We think of Haiti and it's like, oh, they don't have that much, it's poverty, and it's kind of nasty place to be, but these people, despite the fact that compared to the United States, it looks like they don't have anything, they had so much more joy than tons of people I see in the United States who seem to, have like everything. So that was really encouraging for me to just look at my life and say, like, what am I really joyful about? What am I thankful for? And it really encouraged me to want to be joyful and want to thank God, through trials and through triumphs. And so they were very inspirational in that way. But I just want to leave with, yes, you saw my notebook flip over. That made me feel stupid. But I want to leave with a verse, 1 Corinthians 2, 9 through 10. It says, "But as it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor even entered into the heart of man, the things which God has prepared for those who love him. But God has revealed them to us through his Spirit, for the Spirit searches all things, yes, the deep things of God." And that verse really spoke to me. It just showed me that, we all have a purpose, whether we know what it is or not, and there's a reason for everything. But for me, I know that there was a reason that I went to Haiti, and that I went at this time, and that I went with the people that I went with. And so I just want to thank everyone who had anything to do with it, through prayer, through financial needs, through encouragement. And it just really was a blessing to me. And I know and I believe that God used you in Haiti just as much as he used me. And so I just wanted to say thank you, and that's what this video is for. So hopefully you got an idea of what I did in Haiti and what was accomplished. And thanks a whole lot.